Welcome to this bonus presentation for the Spring 20 Release Readiness Live. I'm Justin Friend, and I'm here with the team from Quip, who are ready to share the latest new features and enhancements. Now, we may be making some forward-looking statements, so just as a reminder, please make your purchasing decisions based off of currently available functionality. And with that, let's do a quick round of intros, and then we'll get started.
I'm Jesse Ditson. I work at Quip on our software engineering stuff, but I will be introducing some products today.
My name is Bonnie Hu. I'm a product manager on the team with the rest of these guys, and I'll be talking through some of the highlights from the last and the current release.
I'm Gaspar Garcia. I'm an engineer here at Salesforce Quip, and I'm super excited to talk about all these fun new integrations that we have to offer.
And I'm Mark Movita. I'm a software engineer at Quip, and I'm really excited to talk about some of the features we built.
Well, it appears we're all really excited to jump into this content, so let's do it. Jesse, take it away.
Sure. So this year at Quip, we've been focusing a lot on what we're calling Quip for Customer 360. And this is our ability to integrate really deeply with the existing Salesforce ecosystem and add to any planning process, create some really easy to use templates, track progress and completion, and bring the Quip experience of being mobile first and really easy to use to the Salesforce powerful system. So what we've found is when talking to our customers, a lot of people have processes that they'd like to implement in their sales or their service processes, but they're very hard to implement because the people who are actually using them, the people that are contributing the data back up into Salesforce, have a really hard time figuring out, what is the right tool to be using and fitting within the sort of bureaucratic process that's sort of put in front of them. Quip has been really useful in terms of bridging that gap. So we find that for opportunity notes, for renewal plans, for case swarming, account planning, these types of use cases, we can hook into the existing, very, very structured Salesforce system and overlay this really easy to use document surface that Quip is known for. That's mostly kind of what the large view of what we've been focusing on, and I'll let Bonnie take it away with some more or details into that in a second here. The four steps that we see as being really vital to this process are standardizing the best practices, so making sure that we're using the same thing for every single salesperson inside of an organization or service person. Automating those practices to make it really, really easy to fit in with that process. Empowering people with live data directly inside of Quip from Salesforce and kind of merging from other sources. And then igniting with teamwork among our folks.
Well, those are four exciting processes, but I do have a question. Which one's your favorite? Come on.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess the one that seems most exciting to me is the automate step here. To me, this is where the magic comes in. We can do really cool things like having an account plan on an opportunity that when that opportunity closes, we can immediately inject a live app into there or change the title or automate stuff on the Quip side that feels to a salesperson really magical and just makes their day so much easier.
So the main message of this is that Quip is making magic. So everybody should really get excited about that. Awesome. Love to hear more.
Cool. Well, I'll let Bonnie take it from here.
Great. So what you see here is basically a recap of what we launched the last release in Winter 20. A couple things I wanted to call out specifically. So last release, we actually released the ability for users to insert live Salesforce data into Quip in the form of reports, in the form of list views. They could even actually directly link documents from Quip with Salesforce records, all within Quip. We also really doubled down with some of our security and access features. So sync sharing is an example. The other is Quip Shield, which was a big project and release for us as well.
Awesome. And I do have a question for you as well, but I'll let you go through this slide and then I will ask it for you.
Great.
Yeah.
So this is a summary of some of the highlights from our current release for Spring 20. I wanted to really just call out a lot of these features that we've built for this release really double down on our templating use case for admins. So not only are users now able to bring in additional types of live Salesforce data like Salesforce related lists, but we've also enabled the ability for users to bring in dynamic reports and bring in live apps in actually what we call template mode, so really enhancing our templating experience for admins. Some of the other things I want to call out is around automation. We've expanded the suite of process builder and flow actions that we support now within Salesforce as well, and we're starting to actually explore and support the ability for admins to gain visibility and insight into how their users are actually using the Salesforce integrations in Quip today.
You did bring up a great topic such as templates, and I'm trying to put my customer hat on here. So I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Are there any, already available templates that I could use that maybe I can learn from?
Yeah, great question. I was kind of hoping you would ask me about my favorite products, but
for
totally
sure.
cool, totally cool. So with regards to ready-made Quip templates, we do actually have a site dedicated to content that we've created already for users that includes templates of all sorts for all different types of use cases, sales, service, marketing, and so it gives a nice jumping off point for people to actually start using templates where they don't have to create from scratch. But I'll actually turn it over to Gaspar because he's actually going to demonstrate some of that for us and go into it in more detail.
Thanks, Bonnie. And templates do happen to be one of the most exciting things that I've worked on, so thank you, Justin.
Yes.
And like Bonnie said, the templates pre-made are available on quip.com/templates, but I'm going to show you how you could configure these and set these up from within Salesforce. So let's just jump right into the demo, and we'll go ahead and get started. So when we're here viewing a list view of accounts, we can go ahead and click on an account, and the way we'd usually configure the Quip component, Quip document component, and Quip templates is via the Lightning App Builder. So if we go ahead and open that, we'll notice here our Quip document component where we can configure the templates that we want to use. Now here is where we would add the template URL that we want to pick. If we want to go view those ready-made templates on quip.com/templates, we can go ahead and look at those. Some of the best practices that we want to enable are within sales, within service, and within marketing. And here we have templates that are already pre-created. We can go ahead and pick that one out, pull it into Quip, and use it to see how it would work. So as you can see, there are various best practices already stated. It's really easy to get started. You have clear instructions on sort of what different sales leaders as well as different people within your organization would be interested in for a template. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how to configure a template by yourself. So let's go ahead and move to that. Here's a template that I've already gotten started a bit. As one of the features that we had previously released was this mail merge syntax and the ability to pull in the account name based on the record that the template is instantiated in. However, I'm going to go ahead and keep using that and with these new integrations that we have available. So a very popular item that we have is the ability to add a Salesforce record. So we're going to go ahead and add a Salesforce record, but this Salesforce record comes enhanced with a template mode. When we have template mode available here, we can select the OR we want to pull in data from and specify the mail merge syntax to pull in the account that we want to use for this record. So once that is set, we're going to go ahead and move on to a related list view record. And in the same way, this also has a template mode functionality. We're going to enable that. We're going to again pull in the account ID here. And for this one, we would like to pull in the context as a related list type. Awesome. And lastly, we also have pre-configured Salesforce reports. And this is super exciting to me. And I'm always really impressed by all the great new tools that Quip is creating and enabling within Salesforce. So I'm very excited about this, and I have my very exciting opportunities report coming in right here. Awesome. So this is actually a placeholder configured account name. Space Rockets is not a real account, but I can go ahead and configure this report as a templated report as well. And in this case, I'm going to switch out Space Rockets Inc. for the account.name. I'll save that. Cool, and we're ready to go. So this is my configured template. The report will show up blank because it's configured to a placeholder account. But let's go see how this actually works within Salesforce. I've already gone ahead and pre-filled the template URL in here. And let's see the template in action. So once this is loaded, we can go ahead and click New Document from Template. So after we've configured the template, we can now use that inside of Quip. And here we have the template already instantiated with acme.com added in the correct, Acme name account added in the correct place for the account.name mail merge headers. And our Salesforce record has also been populated with the Acme details. If we open this up a little bit more, so we get a sense to see a little bit more details, we'll also notice that the List View Live app has also pulled in the related contacts for this account. Now there's a subtlety to this, which is that we have two live apps that are pulling in data for this specific record and this specific org on this page. One of the great things that we've enabled with these live apps is to share the login with the broader Quip page. So now we have one central location where users need to log in to Quip and need to connect their Salesforce accounts. This makes it a breeze to really get these integrations flowing. And finally, to showcase the final Salesforce report integrations, these dynamically filtered and generated reports will actually pull in the account.name via mail merge syntax again and filter the report based on the account that we're in. So this is a widely available report, but has now been filtered for this account, and only the details specific to this account are here. So this is a lot of really great integrations that I'm super excited about and super excited to see launch, and I'm hoping that they will be great for all the customers' use cases. Back to Bonnie.
Great. So this slide basically just highlights some of the key things that Gaspar showed in his demo. He showed a lot, but the ones we really want to call out are the ready-made Quip templates that he walked through in the beginning. So you saw the site with all the content pre-created. The live related lists in Quip, this is new functionality for us, but being able to bring in live related lists into Quip and actually sync the changes back into Salesforce. And the third was around the filtered live Salesforce reports that you can actually set to dynamically filter based on the record that it gets instantiated on. So I'll have Mark take over the second demo here.
Sounds great. So one of the cool things you could do with Quip and Salesforce is the ability to automate your business processes. So what I have here in my demo is I'm looking at an opportunity page, and I have a opportunity note embedded in the opportunity. So I can collaborate with Gaspar in real time in this editor, and I'm going to go ahead and share it with Gaspar. I'm going to give Gaspar full access because I want to collaborate with him on the fly. And you can see I'm right inside Salesforce. I'm editing the document. I can say, "Hey Gaspar, can you please fill in the notes?" So that's really cool. I can collaborate within the opportunity. I don't have to leave the page. I can see my notifications. And so you might be asking, where does the processes tie in? So I'm looking at this opportunity. It's in ID decision maker stage. So what I've done is, using our integrations with Flow and Process Builder, is I have a simple process which says, when we close the opportunity, I want to be able to lock the document. I want to downgrade access, and I also want to send a message to this document to let everyone know that it's been logged. And you can do this easily. So we have about 15 pre-built actions available in Process Builder. These are all out-of-the-box actions. You don't need to install anything in your org. So when you enable Quip, it will be automatically available. So what I have here, so I have 3 actions. So it's triggering on the close one stage. So what will happen is, let's go ahead and move this opportunity to close one, because that's what we do. We close things. We're closers. So let's go ahead and do that. From ID decision makers to close one. I'll go ahead and save. Okay, great. So you can see it's moved up to close one. If I go back to the document, and you can see right at the bottom here, it's my last action. It says this document has been locked. I can no longer edit it because it's been locked edits. And if you look at the sharing panel on the top right here, if you look at Gaspar Garcia, it says can only view. So that's just a very simple flow and process that you can build. You can compose these things to even more complex processes. So that's really a simple slice of what you can do with our integrations with processes. And lastly, just to kind of switch context, we do have several components on the page. We have the associated documents component, which now surfaces other documents that are related to the opportunity. So if you look at the link from related records panel, you can see the account plan that's associated with global media. So it's really cool that you can kind of stay in one space and collaborate, and also have the power of automation right behind it.
Great. So just to reiterate what Mark showed you in his demo, so we have a whole suite of Process Builder Lightning Flow actions. He really only just demonstrated a couple of them. There are a lot more you can play around with. And the second was around the associated documents component on the record page, being able to actually see documents that are linked to related records, as well as we now have the ability to surface document suggestions based on the record that you're on and how your Quip documents are named. And so basically this just gives you more insight into the broader ecosystem of the documents out there that might be relevant to the record that you're looking at. But anyways, so that is a wrap on the demos that we have.
Wow. Okay. Wow. That was a lot of information. And I know that here at Salesforce, there's always more. I know that there's always more. So are there any other highlights that you want to tell our customers out there about Quip?
Well, of course, it turns out Quip is a huge team of people all building amazing things. We couldn't get to everything today, but I do have a slide prepared.
Wow, you already knew. Well, that's amazing.
So here's just a few of the other things that we launched in 226, or 224, sorry. We have insights and usage metrics for admins, which is, I think, really exciting for a very small subset of people. And so I'm super stoked to lean on this and kind of build it out a little more in the future. Summarize Salesforce reports inside of Quip, logging into Quip with multiple SSOs. I think that's actually really super useful, and being able to support multiple different Salesforce accounts with live apps is, I think, a game changer. Using Salesforce live apps without reconnecting, I think, is also another big sort of use case here. A lot of people have multiple Salesforce orgs that they log into. Being able to use live apps on the same page without logging out and then logging back in from different orgs, that's something that's never been possible before. The mail merge lookup field limit has been removed, so people who configure those things can go crazy now. And rich text editing for Quip documents from the Files tab is another thing we launched.
I mean, is that it? Or
Of course,
no,
we have
tons
more,
of
but that's
exciting
all we
things
got.
coming to Quip. Well, thanks for joining us. I can't wait to hear that you're using the new features to innovate. And so let's keep the conversation going in the release readiness community, where all trailblazers can meet to be release ready.